My name is Teodoro de la Garza, and I am the AODA therapist, assistant clinical monitor, and volunteer assistant. One of the focus areas that I do work in is providing AODA therapy. The other one is advocating for victims of crime, victims of violence, domestic violence, incarceration, harassment, bullying, assault, etc. I provide recovery coaching and facilitate a recovery coaching curriculum here at the Milwaukee LGBT Center.
You are a miracle. You are a survivor. Can you tell us, can you share with us how come you have become the strong counselor, therapist, coach that you are now?
My personal story of incarceration is where it all started from. I didn't think that I really had a story, to be honest. You know, I had all this drug addiction, the battle with clinical stage 3 depression at the age of 13, suicide attempts, 3 to be exact, one at 13, 14, and 17. I self-medicated for about 17 years. In those 17 years, I had a lot of bottled up anger, resentment, retaliation. I was involved with male prostitution, gang affiliation, the cycle of insanity to believe that what was right was wrong in my state of mind. Having gone through the physical, the mental, the emotional, and sexual and spiritual abuse, that led me down a spiral effect of shame and regret. In that experience, going into the prison system, I had the fortunate opportunity to apply myself with self-help support groups, life skill groups, prison ministry, and mental health social workers who actually gave me the assistance that I needed in order for me to cope within the environment that I was in prison, and also to be able to utilize those skill sets in prison and then carry them out. That's like my past, right? But what led me to the field of human services? After I got out of prison, I went to MATC for a short period of time. Shortly after that, I explored Springfield College and earned an undergrad degree in addiction studies. And then I went on to a master's degree in human services with a concentration in clinical mental health counseling. In those 8 years working in the clinical field, I just thought to myself over a period of time of how can I be more effective with clients? I pursued the master's in business because I wanted to learn how to sustain programming in the clinical field. I was fortunate and I was entrusted to be able to work with clients with a similar background as mine. I really wanted to find a way to help others really come out of not only where I was at, but also to help them identify a new way to live.
Many times parents get lost in their efforts to help their kids. What kind of ideas can help them to get the kids out of the difficult situations that they are facing?
By observing and watching their child's behavior changes, keeping communication open and honest with them. You want to be firm, but you also want to be gentle as possible. Blaming could definitely cause an individual to isolate or shut down or feel not heard. And typically when youth are felt that way, then there's zero communication. Create a routine and set clear boundaries at home and open communication, family weekends or family week or a family meeting or open discussion for a family meeting. Make it fun where individuals or children want to be able to be themselves in the presence of parents. Let them know that they are loved and supported. Sometimes easy to say you love them, but you might want to share that more than once throughout the day. Provide positive feedback and encouragement at the most littlest things. Youth at a very young age, they can sense disconnection. They can sense neglect. They can sense sadness. They can sense all these things that adults may not be fully aware that they can gravitate to.
How can we contribute to a more mentally healthy environment for those who surround us? our coworkers, our relatives, our kids.
And when we really think about that, it's about caring and nurturing. Be very caring and nurturing. Provide structure, boundaries, and guidance. Guidance is so crucial. It's like that word integrity, right? Doing the right thing when no one is looking. It's the same thing with the child, even though they may not be around. What if they might be around and they see you do something that you didn't think they seen? So that part has a lot to do with guidance. Another one is respect a child as a person. They have a voice too. They have feelings. They have thoughts. Enable child empowerment. I know this all sounds like I just repeated this, but this is another area that is less talked about and most important to youth, or building our stronger next generation. It's empowering, motivating, and listening, active listening. Sometimes it's not just about what we hear them not saying. Sometimes it's just about allowing the child to be a child.